Hello everyone, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day and welcome to another reading by me, yours truly, the Shoebox Poet, and reading my book, Finding Peace Within the Storm. Now this book right here, this one, okay, so I took this picture. I spent 45 minutes sitting on the highway waiting for the perfect moment to get a lightning strike, and it was interesting. It was got rained on, but it was a lot of fun. And by the way, forget my hair. Part of my hair is I need a haircut really, really bad. And so that's on the agenda for tomorrow. Unfortunately, I ended up sleeping a little late, so I wasn't able to get to the things I really needed to do today, and that was kind of frustrating. But I guess I needed to rest. But anyway, here we are. Another poetry reading. I was going to do this last night, but I got home late. I was at the Spine Bookshop at the second anniversary, and it was a really awesome event. Being able to meet fellow poets and talk, well, not poets, but other authors, and being able to talk to them and share different experiences and different things like that, and talking and just being able to meet some people that I speak to in the chat that's in the Spine Bookshop, and also being able to help out Lindsay, Schulson, her hopefully being able to find another place to be able to for the bookshop to grow. She still has the GoFundMe for that, and it is in the caption of this video. So definitely go over there and check it out, and definitely check out her podcast, where she's hoping to do more podcasts and be able to interview the authors that are a part of the local authors, and she does not turn down any authors to be able to have books in her shop. So definitely reach out to her. It's a blessing to be able to have my books on her shelf, because me being a poet, there's not many bookshops that are willing, or bookstores that are willing, unless you are through traditionally published, to be able to have your books on their shelves. So, and having someone like her, who is an independent bookshop or a bookstore, and giving you the opportunity is awesome. Now, I haven't reached out to any other bookstores because basically my mind has been elsewhere on things and trying to find a job and other things. So it's just been kind of frustrating. But anyway, we're here for poetry. We're reading this. So here we are. This poem's called Everyone Bleeds. Everyone bleeds. Everyone cries. Everyone lies. When someone dies while others are born, everyone breathes, no one listens, everyone falls. Everyone struggles, and everyone succeeds. Not everyone cares, as everyone pretends. Too many people hate, so few love. So many share their wisdom. Some have found their freedom. Women break hearts, men go on faith, children hide, and my heart still bleeds. Now, this poem right here was one of the poems that I wrote years and years ago, and this was basically I wrote on a peanut bag for this, and it was um, right after the stuff that had happened with Lisa, I believe that was the girl that inspired me to become a poet, and it was just a thing that I really wanted to go through, and trying to do my best to come up with something with a rhyme feel, because I don't really rhyme in my poetry that often. And it was just this is the first experience trying to do that. And you will find that throughout the book about different things that I have done to experiment with different stuff. And I've also found that you can do some wordplay on some stuff and put it together, and people will think that's the bee's knees when he was actually just, BSing it at a point. So, this one's called Little Star. One little star, also bright, carrying on alone tonight, slowly fading in the dawn's early light. Now, if you've ever seen Sesame Street, Follow That Bird, which is about Big Bird and him running away. I guess either running away or leaving Sesame Street, and people were going to find him. Or he was kidnapped. I think he was kidnapped because he ended up being in some show, and they painted him blue. So, but there was a song in there that was talking about one little star that I think Maria or one of the other human characters on the movie were singing. So for me, that was kind of inspirational in writing this. This next one's called "Learning the Language," and there was another poem in here called "Poet's Language," and this right here was the first incantation of that poem. Learning the language, speaking the right words, the language of my heart, and trying so hard to fit in and losing all the battles along the way. And that's sometimes how you feel because you're learning how to speak the right words and being able to talk to people and learning how to, because me, for being a sheltered child, it was just really hard and trying to be able to be a sociable, more with other people in that regards. So you were learning how to keep conversations going. And even when it comes to dating, you're just trying to do that. So, this next one's called Heartbeat. Heartbeat. To feel your heartbeat beneath my touch, to hear your heartbeat beating through your chest, to know that you are alive and not some machine without a heart, no emotions for love or heartbeat that is strong and full of love. Now, my mother, well, this is kind of inspiration for this because she always talked about being a Vulcan and how Vulcans don't sense pain. They don't know what love is. They don't um, know what certain stuff are, but because they handle stuff logically more than, or being with logic more than actually going by emotions and stuff. And for her, her favorite character was Spock, who, being human and being Vulcan, and having to find a balance between both of those spectrums of emotions, between being logical mind and the emotions of this heart. So that's what she always, that was always a common theme with her. She's like, I'm a Vulcan. I don't really, care about, those things. Or they said like they're heartless and this. I'm just all right. But but that was something that really inspired me to write this poem because of the conversations I've had with my mother. This next one's called Tainted. I am falling from grace, falling from this place. The drugs that have poisoned my blood to the alcohol that retards my thinking. The job that gives me stress to the car that drives my soul. And the heart that is dying without you. I am falling from grace. Now, Tainted has many aspects or many levels to it because for that, for one, I was at the point that I wrote this song, song poem. I was in going to church and everything, and there was situations where the things you do because you falling from the grace of God, and no matter what the ideology is for you to have that stumbling block. Um, and you can look at drugs either the one drugs that you actually take, or the other drugs that are considered along those lines is like alcohol and stuff. And and then you learn from alcohol that about different effects that it has on your body and your mind and everything. So there was a lot of play for that because majority of the time I was drinking. And so now I'm just like, yeah, I really don't. And so I talk about it, but I really don't want to do it. But those are the things that when you look at things, and then falling in love or falling out of love, and all the things that contemplated that, because you were kind of wondering, because I was kind of wondering if I was tainted in the things that I did that kept me from falling in love or finding love. And you wonder because there's just so many different things that happen that are beyond your control, and then you realize it is beyond your control, so you have nothing you can really do about it. It's that you can work on the things you can work on, but you can't change how a person feels about you. And then I read this thing called "I am not responsible for the image that your mind creates of me." And then I really understand the real truth behind those words as I got older. Uh, Three more, and then we'll be done because I gotta get ready to play Dungeons and Dragons here in a little bit. This next one's called Stars. Too many stars to count. So many dreams let them fulfilled. So much for so long. Wait to stand. Too much time has passed me by. And for me, it's just like looking at how things, being a shelter child and not really getting out and doing things like like most people do. I felt, or things I looked at how I spent so much time going to school and doing other things that I really didn't focus on the other things that other people did. So, and being left behind in that. I mean, I'm out of all my friends, everybody's married, you know, have kids and everything. And me, I haven't even done that. I've had brushes with it, but no. This next one's called Two. Table for two, dinner for one. One alone must be alone, and I am alone. Must it's I alone. Must be patient, for someday there will be two. And I wrote this poem on the back of a peanut bag um, after being stood up on a date. And it was just like, well, crap. What do you do? And so, you can just make the best of it and just go on. This last one's called For Your Love. I would do anything. For your love, I would give my all. Just for you. I will love you like no one else has dared. For your love, I would hold you close to me. For your love, I would give my life for you. And for your love, I will set your heart free. Just for your love. You mean so much to me. For your love, there is nothing more that I need than your love. And then you find out later on, it's like all the aspects of the things you really want to do and sacrificing for loving someone. And you realize, wait a minute, that's a toxic trait because you're not really loving yourself in the process. You know, so. But I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the stuff that you do and supporting me as a poet, as a writer, as an author, and everything. I want you to know, definitely check out my friends, Sarah Aikenhead, Sherry Aikenhead, and Bill Elmer Miller, and Cast NFR podcast. They published a new one. I have yet to listen to it. I need to. As I said, it's just been a busy weekend. So definitely listen to that. Check out my friend Jenna Jinks Portraits and um, her stuff that she does with doing drawings and different things like that. Uh, Alberta and Aria and their Reiki sessions. Definitely check out the Spine Bookshop. Remember, the link is in there for the GoFundMe to definitely support the bookshop and her and Lindsay Schultz finding another place to be able to set up shop and be able to expand her bookshelves. And definitely check out her podcast. And she's gonna be having some more podcasts pretty coming out pretty soon with all the authors. They're in her. Hopefully, I think all the authors are in her shop. I don't know, but definitely be back here next Saturday. I will see you then. This is Sunday, but next Saturday I will be back at the regular time. Y'all have a good one and take care and be safe.